Good morning, everyone. This is Matthew with First Hand Weather,
And this is Chris with Texoma Weather.
and we have a good bit to talk about. You're going to want to watch all the way through this video because we definitely have something interesting to talk about as far as maybe some snowfall. But before I get into that, we're just basically this is as of 9:20 a.m. Temperatures are pretty cold or cool, I guess you could say, across Oklahoma. Generally in the 40s, you got some 30s in the Panhandle, and then some 50, 51 in the lower southeastern region of Oklahoma. And the reason we show you this is because Mesonet is a really good site to use, and they only had this for Oklahoma. So
Yeah, it's a very nice system. And what's also making these temperatures feel even colder is there's some precip that has developed in Oklahoma right here. And with those temperatures being in the low 40s and this rain falling, it's very chilly. So these people they wake up and they're like, wow, this feels like winter. We definitely hopped and skipped and jumped right
yeah,
into
it's like
winter.
we just skipped after this really warm summer. And we'll show you a national view here of what the temperatures are like. I just found this map. I shared it on Facebook, and this is pretty cool, actually. And you can pretty much see where that
Yeah,
front
you
is
can see the
located.
front, and it's located. Obviously, it's like in this area, and then we're watching our second surge of cool air right in this area that's moving south, and that's going to move into Oklahoma and North Texas overnight. So
And we'll see if we have a pattern like this that goes all the way through winter. That would, if you like cold, you would
yeah,
really like something.
and it's amazing how much of the United States is encompassed by this cold air. It's a very large portion.
But anyways, well, we're gonna go right into things. And I guess we will show. What do we want to show first? The wonder
Yeah, we can
map
show them
here.
this,
All
like
right.
the radar. I guess with that second push of cold air that's moving down the central U.S., you can see there's actually snow and sleet in Kansas and Nebraska. So, wow, that is just amazing. I know that we both have some followers in Kansas. So, if you have any snow pictures, please feel free to send them our way
Definitely.
and enjoy it. Be safe out there.
But anyways, we're kind of watching something for tomorrow morning in Oklahoma, and while he pulls it up, I kind of mentioned it on Facebook last night, and I was for you that follow me on Facebook in particular, and I was like, well, there's an area of some snow showing up on the models, actually a little bit of accumulating snow showing up. And I was like, it's very early. I guess it would be the earliest snowfall ever if this were to pan out
Yeah, if
too.
this were to pan out, I do believe it would be the earliest snowfall in on record in Oklahoma. So that's just phenomenal. It's amazing actually. It's mind blowing, and it kind of scares me because um, I haven't worked with a system like this early in the
Mm-hmm.
year. I've never forecasted for an October snow system,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think you have either.
No.
It's amazing. It goes against climatology, but it's not out of the realm, honestly.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing that I've pointed out is I've examined things. I've talked to some different meteorologists about it, and they say, while they're very, very skeptical of something like that, this happening this early in the season, they say it's actually not impossible. So I definitely want to just point it out. So we're going to talk about it just a little bit and kind of
Yeah,
explain our thoughts behind why we think that it's actually possible.
you can see it 21 hours right here in the Texas Panhandle in western Oklahoma. This is that wave that is going to move through. And precip does start developing, and at 21 hours, this will be probably 5, 6 o'clock Sunday morning. Um, we go to 24 hours, which will be around the 8ish or 9ish o'clock hour. You can see there's a pretty decent band of clouds and possibly precip over the I-40 corridor in Oklahoma. And the temperatures at this time are going to be pretty chilly. The winds with height, like we're in the perfect region to see some precip develop with this wave. Let's see if we can go to vertical velocity. Is it And the vertical velocity with this with this wave is actually pretty decent. There's some good lift, so I'm confident that precip will develop. Whether it's going to fall as virga, rain, or a mixture of sleet and rain, that's still unknown at this point, but there is some very good lift with this system. And I would not be surprised to see some sleet mix in with the rain. I'm going to click. Let's see. Let's look at a sounding from this area. Did I click the right area? And so we just want to show you all this, like just as we go through the motions. The soundings for this look very conducive for winter precip. That's the thing that's really shocking, is that this screams the possibility for winter precip. Nobody can dispute that. The winds towards the surface are going to be very calm, so there's not going to be any type of mixing of warm air pushing down towards the surface, or these flakes that will be in the upper atmosphere will not evaporate because of strong winds. The winds are pretty calm for, from the surface up for a while. So this really does look like there is a potential for rain, sleet, and snow in parts of Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's hard to say like how heavy it will be, and this is kind of one of those ordeals where this would be a record early snowfall if this were to occur. So this is pretty difficult to predict.
It really is.
Most meteorologists are not even saying anything about it because it's like, oh, it can't happen. But it does have some merit, and I've looked at a few things on this, and I was confident enough to put it out on Facebook yesterday that it was possible.
Yeah. And we are, like, Matthew and I are going out on a limb, but we just want to keep you all updated. We want to let you know that there is this possibility. We aren't saying it'll happen, but we think we need to let you all know, because how would you feel if nobody had mentioned it? You wake up and it's snowing outside. Mm-hmm. That's just insane. But this is the GFS from last night, the 000Z run, and you can see, like, it paints almost 2 inches in parts of Oklahoma. So it's just, this is actual snowfall accumulations. If this were to happen, I'm very pessimistic about accumulations, but
the ground temperature
is pretty warm. But if this precip were to be heavy enough, don't I guess rule out the possibility of accumulations on top of your car or something very light.
It's possible.
But yeah, so this is just some of what we have looked at. We will show you. Let's see. Oh, not that. Those ads pop up. Let's see. That may be a sign, you all. I think the president is even watching our forecast right now. He's a little bit concerned. But I hope you all are enjoying this cooler weather. I know I am. When I stepped outside this morning with my coffee, I was absolutely loving this weather. It's great.
Yeah, it's really nice.
But we're going to show you right here. This is a really cool feature that Wonderground has, and they actually have a simulated radar. This is what the radar may look like when this event transpires. Oh, that's neat. It looks like gravity waves right there. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start out at 18 hours, and watch in the Panhandle in western Oklahoma. You can see, and even kind of southwestern Oklahoma, you can watch this wave move through and watch the precip that develops along it. Not right there, but here it goes. It starts right there, and that's some decent rates. And it just traverses along I-40. Along I-40, and I would say 50 miles to the north or south, and we can watch that one more time play out. But it's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
And you have several hours of pretty heavy precip.
Yeah, you do. Like,
let's 40 there.
Let's see. So we're starting at around 18. It looks like around 27 it starts out, and then it continues through about 45 hours. So that's a decent amount. That's a decent time for precip to fall, and it may start out as a rain sleet mix and then change over to rain as the atmosphere warms, as the heating takes place during the midday and afternoon hours. But the morning hour, I think it's very fair game to possibly see some sleet, and evaporational cooling is going to be huge if we can get some heavier bands of precip to develop. The wet bulb temperature is going to be close to 0 degrees Celsius. So,
Well, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on it, and I've got my Facebook page up here, and I'll pull up Chris's, and we'll be talking about this on our Facebook page. Is I might do an article on first-hand weather. I don't know yet. I'm just going to kind of keep watching everything. Chris may do an article too, and be sure to check out his page too, Texoma Weather, and he does.
Go down one. I just want to show him this map. This is the area right here. This Matthew and I are actually both. Matthew on First Hand Weathers also has this area circled that we're watching. So we both have a similar idea, but that is what we're watching, is that area that's circled in Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. So that's the area that we're watching, and
we will keep an eye on it for you. So
yeah.
just keep updated on our pages and our sites and so on and so forth. So we, if we see anything more, we're obviously going to share it, and if we become really convinced, then we're really going to start talking about it. So that's kind of the whole point of this video. We just want to give you our thoughts, and we're not going to, if we're thinking it and we think it's possible, we're going to tell our audience that we think it's possible. That's just kind of how we've always done things. So I think that most of our fans do appreciate that. So.
Yeah, and like if Matthew and I change our minds when we look at the latest guidance, because the GFS and the Euro are about to come out, and if we change, if something looks like it's more in the direction of rain or Virga, we'll let you all know.
Yeah.
Or if it looks more likely that snow's going to fall, we will let you know as well. So we just want to let you all know that there is a possibility of this system, and we want to keep you all updated.
Okay, well, I guess we'll wrap it up, and we'll see what happens. So have a good morning, everyone.